Visit us at podlanderpresents.com to find information on all of our shows.
Ooh, it's a spicy Miller Lite today.
Spicy.
Shook it up on my walk.
That's okay. Today, November the 9th, 2025, it's the first measurable snow. Well, not measurable, but I guess first snow in Chicago for the winter 2025 season. So here we are with our Miller Lights, and I felt like today was important to get our vitamin C. So we're making some beer mimosas. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, a balanced breakfast.
A balanced breakfast.
Just like we're about to balance our coverage of Blood of My Blood.
Are we? Hello, welcome to Podlander, Drunkcast, and Outlander Podcast. I'm Julie.
I'm Amelia.
And we're here because our lovely fans, we love you all so much, wanted us to do kind of a Blood of My Blood wrap-up. Even though you and I were both like,
fine,
see ya, but here we are.
We'll do it for you, babe.
We'll do it for you.
Personally,
babe.
Listener right now, you are babe.
Whoever you are, it's for you.
It's for you.
So we have been tasked with, and I will call it a task, finding 10 things that we enjoyed. Now, were there strictures on this? Can we just say actors? Because I think that maybe actors was a stricture.
I thought it was just nice things. Also, oh no, wait, it was someone's idea in the Slack. Was it Kristen's idea? Was it Larissa's idea?
I think it might have been Larissa's. I think it was Larissa's idea, but I can't remember whether or not actors were taken off the table, because that's really all I've got, other than the Scotland porn, which I know was taken off the table, and costumes, which were also taken off the table. So we've been kind of hamstrung.
I have a few things.
Okay, good. Well, Amelia made a list. She is prepared and better at this than I am. So
I made a list I meant to make a list of 10 things, and then anything that you beat me to saying, I would cross off, and so then I could not say it myself.
Okay.
With that in mind, I feel like you should lead, and if I get to say all my little pretties, bully for me.
Okay, if I am restricted to not mentioning specific actors, not mentioning the cinematography or the Scotland porn or the costumes, I'm going to give it to the hot piss of the chicken plucking scene.
Oh, the Hindu.
The Hindu, that, when I was talking about this to Neil last night, I was like, the writing overall was not my favorite. It all felt very much like a rehash of Outlander Season 1, but see, that's not why we're here today. We're not here to be negative. Instead, I said there were a couple of scenes where they really leaned into the hot pass that I really liked, and one of them was the Hindu, and then I had to explain what that was to Neil, and he was really into that.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that scene was great. So
that's your number one.
Yeah, good writing, good scene, hot pass, had it all.
Well, I'm already about to kind of break a rule, because my number one hot pass is, okay, it's not that it's the masks of Beltane, if I'm not supposed to call out a costume. Instead...
Are they costumes or props?
Oh, okay, let's call them props. I'm sure someone somewhere is screaming.
That's fine. I don't care. As long as we get to talk about them in a positive light.
Otherwise, a loophole, if they are costumes, I think they're costumes, is it's not the costumes themselves, it's the way that they were woven into the background of the episode until they became slowly ubiquitous.
The creepy masks in the background, all of a sudden you see a rabbit and you're like, what? And then it becomes part of it.
Because like I was watching the highlights of this episode before I came over here today. And like I almost missed it. Like the first mask that I clocked it's like so close in the foreground that it doesn't make any sense to miss it. But it's the most casual rooster head made out of sticks.
Okay.
And like maybe it's because there aren't any leaves on the trees or something. It kind of blends in. But like you go from like rooster head made of sticks, and then suddenly, wow, there's a rabbit. Whoa!
And then creepy lamb.
It's creepy lamb, scary owl.
Oh, scary owl. That's right, barn owl. Your new nemesis.
My new nemesis. My sleep paralysis demon, the barn owl. That is my number one.
Okay. All right. Let me see if I can come up with something else that is not a specific actor, a costume, or Scotland porn. I liked the relationship that was allowed to form between Julia and Mistress Porter.
Yeah.
I think both actors did a good job with that, because it was kind of a fucking hard sell. But they both came together in a way that I found very satisfying, and I enjoyed that particular relationship.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that was well written. That was an interesting little thing that was well written, in my opinion. Mm-hmm.
Great job. Mm-hmm. My number 2 is something unseen, something unknown, something we may never know.
Okay.
But it's the possibility of imagination. It's the gift of imagination that this show has given to me. And that is, of course, the concept of what is Ned Gowan's The Usual at the Kitty Hoos.
Oh my God, you're right. I did think about it a lot. Like, does he like... Okay, so let's think... I'm going to break this down real fast. So Ned Gowan is a lawyer who is very measured. He knows how to control himself in a situation. He is very, very smart. So do you think that what he likes to get up to in Ye Old Kitty Hoos is either an emphasizing that part of his life or the exact opposite?
That's exactly my question. Yeah. Is it law and order?
Or is it baby play? Is it diaper shit? You know what I mean? Like, where are we going with this?
Wow.
Hey, everybody who's ever listened to this show knows that I've got a whole thing with diaper play. Whenever any guy gets all high and mighty, I'm like, you know what he likes in the bedroom? It's to be treated like a little tiny baby, and you're going to have to change his fucking diaper.
Oh my God.
So is that Ned Gowan's thing? Or is Ned Gowan's thing like he's going to argue with 2 hot lawyers with like garters on, like old cases to see if he can win against? I don't know.
Or like, I forgot what this was called, but were you ever on the part of the internet that was kind of Tumblr adjacent where there was like I'm going to call it, I think it's like kind of softcore porn. Okay. The conceit was a pretty lady read a favorite piece of literature sitting at a table. Meanwhile, I believe it's like her real life partner. Maybe it's someone else. I don't know. That part, I didn't keep those details. And you do not see what was happening under there. But someone under the table is like, cool, I'm going to try to get you off. And we're going to see if you can keep reading this piece of literature uninterrupted or if you're going to come before you finish it.
Oh my God. Ned Gowan, please do that.
So like, I wonder if Ned's like, let me see if I can make this argument to His Majesty's court before, all the ball tickling really does something to me.
Yeah, before I bust one.
Oh, wait. What if it's like the scales of justice, but it's his balls?
Okay, see, this show's already better.
See? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so season 2 is filming now. This episode will be out there sometime. Get it in post.
Just letting you know that inquiring minds want to know.
We want it.
What's up with Ned Gowan?
Also, if you know the name of that thing I was talking about on the internet, let me know. I forgot what it's called. And at this point in my life, I'm not going to Google pretty lady reading literature coming.
Yeah, no thanks.
So absolutely not. Okay, what's your number 3?
Okay. Now see, as I mentioned earlier, Amelia is prepared and the best student, and she has a list.
God. Am I the goodest girl in school?
You're the goodest. And I have absolutely nothing. I'm flying by the seat of my pants, and I'm trying to remember things that I liked that aren't a specific actor, a costume, or Scotland boy.
Okay, well, how about this? What if we at least each get 3, and then if we need to cheat,
okay,
then we cheat.
Okay.
So get me number 3. You can do it.
Okay. I was obsessed with the fact, and this is kind of not in the series that we watched, but we know that Brian Fraser builds Lallybroch stone by stone.
Oh, yeah.
For Ellen. So we know he's a capable stonemason, and he's about to go build her a castle. Why is he so bad at this fence? What is he doing? Does he have an idea? Is he trying to fuck with his dad? Is he trying, Lord Lovett, is he trying, what is he doing there?
Julie, he's a Highlander. He doesn't know how to mend fences.
Excellent. All right. That was my number 3.
Okay, I forgot about the actor rule, and so my number 3 is technically not allowed, so I'm going to go on to my number 4. I'll save my number 3 for the cheating round.
Cool.
Okay. Number 4, of course, I think it was episode 2, with the pledging fealty to our co-CEOs.
Yeah.
With still the funniest thing of my Q3, my Q4 of 2025, the caption of Smooch's sword.
that's right. This is the first time that we have committed to using the closed captioning while we view, and it has really helped.
It really has helped.
Yeah, but Smooch's sword is up there.
And there were other smooches elsewhere, like different. I mean, and I give it up to the closed caption writers. Like, you got to pick specific language to convey what's going on for the people who, otherwise are not experiencing it. So while I respect your use of smooch, it's objectively hilarious.
It is.
Thank you so much. Play this for your employer. You need a raise. Okay.
All right. So that's 3 for each of us. Okay. Let me see if I can keep it going, pulling it out of my butthole, non-costume actor or cinematography. Let's see. I liked that we got a little bit more of a kind of upstairs, downstairs situation with not just Mrs. Fitzgibbons, but also Mistress Porter, Brian to a certain extent, weirdly kind of Murtaugh, but I know that's not really his role. But like, there was a little bit more of the powerful and the people supporting them around them that aren't as powerful that was interesting to me. And it was also that in contrast with the Grants, like the Grants being this huge business kind of situation. So that setup was interesting. The kind of way that the people move through the world in those types of hierarchy situations was interesting.
Yeah. It's the lore. It's the scaffolding.
Yes, celebrate scaffolding.
We're celebrating scaffolding. Okay, before we started recording, I was like, we're not going to be like, we love this thing, and why wasn't there more of it? And now we're just going to yell about how there wasn't more of it. We wanted more scaffolding. Like, we come to this place for lore. What I wouldn't give for like 5 more minutes of screen time across the entire season of just like Colum and Dougal's dynamic. Anyway, scaffolding. Yes, I agree with you that the scaffolding was scrumptious.
The hierarchy scaffolding. The scaffolding of hierarchy. That sounds better. That was interesting to me because we have seen in past seasons of Outlander, there's a little bit of that, but it didn't feel quite as well. No, France had a little bit of that because of they lived in that big fancy house in season 2, so you got to see a little bit more of the downstairs action. So I felt like that was kind of a return to that. This Blood of My Blood had a return to that I liked.
Okay, my number 4 before the cheating starts. Shout out to Julia's apartment.
Oh, yeah. How does she have that apartment?
Who is renting to an unmarried woman?
What did she do? How does she have the money? I mean, I guess it was World War I, so maybe it wasn't super expensive, but just a woman alone in England? I guess there were a lot of women alone in England.
True.
To be fair.
True.
In fact, Keenan, if you were listening, please post somewhere the name of that book that you and Scotty recommended to me and I read about American women during World War II that lived in cities.
Oh,
so yes, it was fantastic. I will actually look this up and post it in the Slack or like make a note of it or whatever. But it was this fascinating sociological study of unmarried women during times when all the men were gone, women had to start kind of taking over and doing all these private sector jobs, which we all know about, Rosie the Riveter, whatever. But I'm talking about professional women. I'm talking about like stenographers, that kind of different work, and how they had all their own apartments and were doing their own thing. And it's a little bit like, Anyway, so that it made me think of that book, which I need to remember what that was anyway. Caldwell Twins, hit me up. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so she had that cute ass apartment, and based on where it is in relation to St. Paul's, it feels like it's somewhere in downtown London. Yeah. So that's something.
I mean, I guess it was like the tippy top old servants' quarters.
Attic, maybe. Converted attic.
Yeah, like chase the pigeons off the windowsill.
Was there a kitchen in there? Did she have to use a hot plate? Like
there was a kitchen. We briefly saw it. It was really small.
And did she have a bathroom or did she have a shared bathroom situation? I don't think we ever saw that. But anyway, it was cool to see a woman in that time living, especially a young woman, living on her own successfully.
Yes. spiritually, it was a Nancy Myers interior. And I appreciated that.
A little too heavy on the suffragette postering, but
a little bit.
It just
a little, like,
but the apartment itself was really cool.
Girl, like, what's your wheat paste budget? Just kidding.
Come on.
That's cheap.
Calm down. All right, let's see if I can come up with one more not cheating so that we can do 5 and 5.
Great.
Okay.
And then I have an idea for after.
Okay, perfect. Okay, once again, pulling it straight out of my bunger. I've got to think of something that I liked that was not an actor, that was not cinematography, that was not costuming. Well, we already brought up props a little bit. And I know that that's still kind of quote unquote considered costume-ish or cinematography, somewhere between cinematography and costume-ish. But if you've never worked props for a show, you don't understand actually how hard it is.
Oh my God.
And the props, generally speaking, the just kind of general accoutrement, like the doctor's kits, the like all the shit. It's always good in this show. Mm-hmm. And this time we get to see all the like crazy goblets and like test and fucking crazy ass speculum and all that shit. So I'll say that the props, I enjoyed the props for it. I'm going to give props to the props. I said it.
Jail. straight to jail.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a little bit of recency bias on my part, but oh well. Mm-hmm. Recency bias is how we make this show. Mm-hmm. There is still this moment in, again, I think the best episode of this season was episode 5. It's not called Beltane, but it's Beltane.
Yeah.
It has everything. This one has everything. I had so little to dislike and I had so much to like that the liking outweighed the, oh my God, you guys.
Yeah.
All my friends are there. All my friends have something interesting to do. Mm-hmm. Everybody I care about has a moment, whether, you know, like Lord Lovett gets to be a piece of shit. Ned Gowan gets to be jaunty. Like everything happens. Okay. So like, and again, Rooster Man, Scary Owl, everything I want. But so this episode also has Ellen and Brian doing it for the first time.
That's right.
In the Mossy
Church.
In the Mossy Church, where I do want to point out that Julie, you and I have talked about how of the many fantasy sex tropes, it's like standing sex. Like but that's a fantasy where I'm like, you know what? That is a nice fantasy. Wouldn't it be nice? Okay.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great if you could?
Yeah. My next fantasy though is like, imagine doing it on moss in an abandoned structure and not a single critter comes to get you. But this is all leading up to the real reason for the season. And that moment, while they're undressing, there is this moment where like Ellen sees, I think it's when she sees Brian's chest for the first time or something. And like, she's like, I mean, hot, heavy, panting, but there's like this little bit of giggle, like, tee, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, look at this Ken doll for me. And like, it was just such a fun choice. Good job, Harriet Slater.
Yep.
So glad that you're free from the grip of Belgravia. Glad you're on to better things, babe. You're great at your job. So yeah, that I guess is my number 5. Shall we do some cheating?
Okay. I think it's time to cheat because I've got to tell you guys, I think it was pretty clear it was not our favorite. And I'm not trying to be a dick about it. I'm just trying to say, to Amelia's ultimate point from earlier in the season, who is this for? Mm-hmm. It really did feel so much like a rehash of Outlander season 1 and like, oh, okay, fine. Still entertaining to watch because of actors, cinematography, costumes.
Pass.
And pass. Hot pass. So what is your plan for the cheating times?
Okay. I think we need to make a decision. Mm-hmm. And this can stay in or out of the recording. Mm-hmm. I think that we should do our golden pamplemooses because we haven't done a golden pamplemousse all season.
That's correct.
I think maybe because we haven't really gotten to crown anybody, we should consider, do we want to do like runner-up and then our golden?
Okay.
And then I have a proposal for the like diamond encrusted platinum, extremely expensive pamplemousse.
Okay.
And that, I feel like that should end it.
Okay.
So,
no, I love that. Keep it all in.
Okay, great.
So let's start with runners-ups.
Okay.
So this is going to be, if we have 3 tiers of the performances and actors that we're talking about. I'm in the third best runner-up Miss Congeniality tier. I am putting the actress that played young Mrs. Fitzgibbons.
Oh, so wonderful.
And if you have her name, I will vamp for a moment. First of all, her performance had the same thing that young Ned Gowan had, which is they paid attention to the older actors that had already introduced these characters to us in a way that was specific and relatable. Like you could see it was the same person. Mm-hmm. You could see the way that they moved through the world and their viewpoints, and it was great. So I'm going to give it to Mrs. Fitzgibbons.
Sally Messam
fucking nailed it.
Nailed it.
Mm-hmm. That's mine.
Okay, my runner-up, and this is a tough one because you know how hard I rode for Maura Grant. Not as hard as she rode, am I right? But I'm going to give it to Terrence Ray, who plays young Archbug.
You know what? He did a good job.
He did a great job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He did. And once again, that through line where they watched the older actor and really learned something. You could tell that they really paid attention.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. And then this one is...
your Golden Pamplemousse.
Golden Pamplemousse, but then I've got to have the Diamond Encrusted.
And, yeah.
I think we both know who Diamond Encrusted is. But Golden Pamplemousse for me is Ned Gowan, Connor McNeil, yeah. Almost. I'm so sorry. Connor McNeil, we
love you.
You really... Okay. So when Bill Patterson started as Ned Gowan on the Mothership, obviously I had never read the books, never will. And his character automatically grabbed me because it was like, here is this guy that is so much smarter than anyone around him. But he doesn't do anything to like push that in anybody's face. Mm-hmm. Instead, he is trying to be helpful. He is trying to help the people that support him. He's just using his powers for quote unquote good. I mean, lawyers, not good, not bad, just lawyers, right? And seeing how he responded to Claire and how he allowed her to be intelligent and cool and like wasn't weird about it. And then to see Connor McNeil come in as the young version of that and understand that he had Ellen there his entire life. So he knew how to be cool with a smart woman.
Yeah.
And like to put those two ideas together and understand the through line of that character to grasp it so readily and fully.
Yeah.
Connor, you did a great job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's mine.
My Golden Pamplemousse is Sive Malin, young Jocasta.
She did
the prettiest woman in the whole world.
She did so great.
Yeah, just all the micro expressions, everything about it. She's we love you. We love you, girl. Mm-hmm. I'm going to skip ahead of you to do my platinum, whatever, because mine's kind of a cheat. I can, if you hate my answer, I can pivot. But I just want to make sure that we are giving not just flowers, but indeed gemstones. The gemstones that we stole from the Louvre. Oh no! Oops! Sorry.
For legal reasons.
We didn't do it. Cut it. We didn't. It wasn't us. They call those guys whatever. It's fine. It's topical, not that topical. The casting department.
Always.
I want to give my gem-encrusted pamplemousse to the casting department. And I keep referring to them by their first names, Suzanne and Simone. But now I'm frantically scrolling to get their last names. But oh my God.
They're so good.
They're so good at their jobs.
I've had this conversation with Allison before, but it feels like sometime in the last, I'm going to say 5 to 10 years, there's been this real push. Well, first of all, there's been the real push to prequels. Mm-hmm. Right. Because if a property has made enough money, they're going to try to figure out a way to squeeze more money out of it. So why not throw a prequel in there? We've all been privy to this. But in that same time, and I'm wondering if it does have to do with the prequels, there has been way of an emphasis on casting the person, not necessarily the look, but if the look is there, great, but it's the vibe. Mm-hmm. And somehow these two casting directors are finding both.
Yes.
They are finding not only the actor that can provide that right vibe, but the actor that you can see like in a side-by-side with the actor that plays them in their older years. You can see how that could be the same person. Mm-hmm. And it's really crazy. Like they're really good at it.
Exquisite.
Yeah.
I got those first names back when we were looking at individual episode IMDb's. I'm now just on the show in general, and there's only one casting director listed. So one less gemstone for this Simone person, whoever she may be. One extra gemstone to Suzanne Smith.
Thank you.
Great job, Suzanne Smith.
Amazing job.
Incredible.
Maybe the best job. All right. My diamond encrusted pamplemousse goes to the pamplemousse. The young. Come on, Rory Alexander.
Woo!
Knocked it out of the park. So first of all, here's an example of somebody who, if you saw a photo of him as young Murtaugh next to Duncan LaCroix as older Murtaugh, you could say, oh, I can see how they're related. But really, his performance is what ties them together, because it is a person who is very intelligent, feels very deeply, but understands that maybe that's not what people want from him. So he has to kind of hide that part of himself from some people. Not from Brian, but like the masculinity, bringing it in, right? But he still has all the feelings and all the poetry. You know he writes poems. You know he writes poems. He does. You know he does. And I just thought that not only did he really embody the spirit of that as a young man, like in your teens, late teens, early 20s, like going through it for the first time, but he also just was effortless, like breezy, which older Murtaugh doesn't really have that breezy quality anymore. The world
He's seen too much.
Yeah, the world has kind of knocked it out of him. And so we get to see Murtaugh before he gets his kind of dreamer vibes knocked down a few pegs. And I really appreciated it. I thought it was a great performance.
The hangdog look.
Oh my God.
There's a reason that made it in the trailer.
Perfect.
Yeah. Also, Julie, we were tasked with talking a little bit more about the fiery crosses in the finale.
Yes, that's correct. Because I remember in our last episode, we saw the fiery crosses all get lit, and we were like, wait, we'll talk about it later, and then we just didn't. Okay, so it's when they were at the bothy. Sorry, we're circling back. Okay, first of all, let's put a lid on that. That's the shit we liked.
Yeah, thank you. There are things that we liked.
Thank you. You're welcome is more like it. Okay.
But also thank you.
Rick.
Shout out to Stick Rooster.
Yeah. Stick Rooster, keep it real. Barn owl, go away. Yeah. So the fiery crosses. So Brian and Murtaugh and Ellen are hanging out in their thruple bothy. And I think this is after Ellen and Brian appeared, right? This is the next day, or was it that same night? I don't understand how it could be the same night. I
think it's like the dawn. They boned all night. Murtaugh's not home yet from wink, wink hunting. And so I think they were like, sunrise. We haven't slept. Let's make proclamations in the better lighting of the out of doors.
And then that's where they say
or was it dawn? Or was it dusk? Wait a minute. Part of me is like, it's dawn. But then why are they lighting crosses in the light?
Seems like it would be dusk. And was Murtaugh there?
How long was Murtaugh gone? Murtaugh, where's your time card, babe?
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, so basically, let's just break it down to Ellen and Brian looking at it.
Okay.
So obviously, he has stolen her away from her wedding and shit's going to go down. They're at the bothy. They look out and they see not one, not two, 3, 4, 5. It was more than 2, maybe less than 8. Psst, fiery crosses. Throughout the wilderness, throughout everywhere, you could just see them on fire. And I have several questions. One is, how did somebody get the word to those far clans fast enough? Or was it that there was some kind of communication situation already set up where like there's a guy that every day rides to a certain midpoint and they all share information and ride back? Like, how did it happen that we got all of these fiery crosses set on fire so fast after Ellen's quote unquote abduction or runaway or whatever? Because that's what it was, right? That's why they lit them.
I thought it was just the Jacobite Rebellion is starting.
Oh, okay.
When I watched the episode, I definitely thought it was like, Ellen's missing, Malcolm's dead, everybody, But I skimmed a few reviews and like recaps leading up to this episode, because I try not to do that during the season because I'm worried that I will read something and then accidentally think it's my idea.
Oh yeah.
Like I actively live in fear of doing that. Fair. I think it was the Vulture recap. Yeah, like a couple others were like, yeah, oh no, the crosses are out. It's the Jacobite Rebellion. So it's less the stakes that Ellen is kidnapped, or Malcolm is dead, but the Jacobite Rebellion is starting. And so if everybody doesn't report to their clans, there could be penalty of death. But then also if Brian shows up to his clan, there's also penalty of death for Ellen stuff. So good luck, babe. But yeah, I mean,
that makes way more sense.
But if I hadn't read that, I would have just been like, oh no, repercussions.
That does make way more sense, but the question still stands. How did those guys way over there fucking know? If Brian and Ellen had to ride all night long, and it just kind of got like fully announced at what was supposed to be their wedding, how did everybody know so fast?
I have an idea, but I don't know if it was feasible.
Was it that they played did they just call each other?
Like how many fiery crosses? Okay, so let's say that like I'm a laird and you're a laird. We're different clans.
I love this already.
And like on your estate, you got to keep things on hand. You need your horsies and things to feed the horsies. You need things to feed the people. What you need, whatever, bows and arrows and extra whatever. Pass for your tartans, right?
Right.
Okay, so like in your like she shed where you keep all of your goodies,
all my podcasting gear,
all your podcasting gear. How many fiery crosses do you just have ready made in case of emergency? Like
two.
Okay, because that's okay. Thank you, because that makes me wonder. Instead of waiting for one guy on horseback to get somewhere and then send somebody, they saw one. I wonder if it's like a lighthouse system. But then the only way I could justify like how did Brian and Ellen see all of those crosses in that moment that all looked kind of fresh and approximately the same like age would be maybe somebody had to like light up their backup cross. And also, how long do the crosses stay lit? Like, do they keep the crosses lit until a quorum of your clan is reached? But then what if it rains? What if somebody doesn't know about it because it rained? And then are you still going to kill that guy? What's the protocol? What is the protocol? If you're an expert in fiery crosses, please
wait, hold on. Specific fiery crosses, okay? We're talking about Celtic fiery crosses. We're not talking about all fiery crosses.
Oh, I don't think I know.
We don't want experts in Mississippi fire crosses. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We want experts in, you're in Scotland and you see a fucking Celtic cross go up.
I didn't hear myself when I said it. Sorry about that, folks.
But you know what? I don't think we're going to have many listeners that would fall. In fact, I'm going to say right now, 0.
Yeah.
0. Those Venn diagram balls don't touch. Those are far away. But you're right about the one clan lights it and then the other one sees it. That makes sense to me because of, unfortunately, the time we're living in right now, whistles. So it's kind of like the thing that you can do that will immediately be witnessed and seen as opposed to sending out a messenger. So this guy lights one, then the laird over there sees it and is like, oh God, I guess this rebellion is on, light it up.
Yeah.
And then as far as how many you have, I think it is, you've got the one that you're ready to go and then the backup in case that one doesn't work or the first one gets wet or whatever. Maybe you do have more, but it feels like...
It's a lot of lumber that you could otherwise...
Do you think it's a frame that they just stick dry wood in?
Oh.
I don't know that they would be thinking that hard.
But you know what, Julie? We've already established that if we time traveled... we would just end our living timelines.
I would walk right off the roof.
However, if for some reason we stayed living on that timeline, we could open up ye old Etsy shop and we could sell
ye old Etsy
prefabricated
fiery
Celtic
artisan
crosses.
Fiery crosses.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's our fiery cross. Psst, there were more. There were more than one.
There were so many.
Yeah. So I guess that means the rebellion is on. I like your explanation for it. That's more elegant than mine.
Elegance is my brand. It is what I'm known. Everyone says, oh, what? Thank you so much for bringing.
I mean, yes, actually, that's fucking true. Because I'm over here being the shit talker.
But I'm also talking about like juggling balls on the scales of justice. Like, what do you mean?
But even that's highbrow. I just say that's just slightly more highbrow. So I hope that this was what everybody wanted.
Yeah.
We love you all, and we are so happy that you continually like help us and support us. But sometimes
we do it for you.
We do it for you. And this, I know it's coming back.
Yeah, we got Outlander season 8 coming up,
which will, I'm sure, be split into 2 parts.
I'm sure. And then after that, Blood of My Blood season 2 will also be out. So I mean, we'll be back.
We'll be back, and we'll try to be slightly less mad about it all the time. But I'm sorry, it was just not my bag. I don't know how else to say it. There were so many good things about it, like we talked about today, but just overall, it just felt like, who is this for?
But maybe it'll clarify those points in season 2.
Maybe it will. And the actors are all really good and they're doing great work. So let's lift up the scripts to that caliber.
Yes, let's tighten the stays.
Let's tighten it up.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Any last thoughts or?
Oh, sorry. My brain just was full of Bear McCreary putting his whole self into. All I heard was doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening. You can find more information on this and the rest of our shows at podlanderpresents.com. You can also find us on Instagram at PodlanderCast, at PodlanderPresents, and at various Instagram handles for our various other shows. Our Instagram and website are wrangled by Amelia Ham on the Loose Bazell. It's me. All Podlander Presents programming is produced by Allison Shoemaker and Julie Starbird. Our editor is Chris Barrett. Oh my God, thank you, Chris. Our artwork is by Viv Pickles, aka Laura. And we are, as always, eternally grateful to our Drunk Slack moderators, particularly Moderator-in-Chief Jenna Pulkowski. You can support the show by going to patreon.com/PodlanderDrunkcast, where you can find all kinds of cool stuff, including access to our Slack, our mostly weekly live watches when applicable, early access to episodes, some bonus content, and other fun things. Again, that is patreon.com/PodlanderDrunkcast. You can also support us by leaving a review wherever it is that you get your podcasts. It will be so grateful to you if you have anything even vaguely nice to say. 3 out of 5, we get it. And in addition to all of those wonderful people who do all those wonderful things, we want to especially thank the following lovely folks who support us on Patreon.
Okay, here I am reading the name list again. I'm not going to give the caveat that I don't do it anymore. I'm just going to say, cut me some fucking slack. Here we go. Holly Robertson, Abigail Cohen, Carr. Just Carr. Emily Rydell Fornander, Bonnie, not a prince or a douche, just my name. Jessica Brewer, Kristen Bennett, Susan yes, Gwendolyn Wind, Evietta Chapman, Copper 29 Dragons, Nicole Koenig, Mariana Morris, Ginka Soja, Susan Springer, Cindy Ella, Jay Dykes, Andrea, Catherine Bullard, Vanessa, Rebecca's Gift, Kristen Z, Melissa Mendez, Leslie James, Jennifer, Christina Marina, Tara Ross, Victoria Pegg, Aditi Joshi Parker, Mindy Newell, Laura Coach Mama LT, Tracy Stewart, Amy Allison, Brenda, Shayna, Diana Spragg, Diana Spragg, Ashley LaHue, Doc JWS, Just Ducky 215, Karen Shane, Eliza Karkowski, Tanya Rick Sturr, Amanda Miller, Megan Rich, Kate Snipes, Ann Romeo, Naomi Beckman Strauss, Sydney Taylor, Alyssa McGuire, Laura Mahoney. You guys, there's so many of you. I have to go to page 2. Wow. I know, I love it. Ashley Winteroth, the original Joe Fisher. That's the Midnight Burger connection. Anna N, Dakota Girl, Margot Mansfield, Snazzy Neck, Lisa Brienne, Julia Gulia, Kathleen Martini, Jesse Massey, Taryn, KK, Emily Day, Caitlin Reddick, Katie in Kilts, Molly, Maria DeVito, Rachel Akbar, Kristen and Emerson.
Hi, Emerson.
What up, Emerson? Larissa Momstadt. Keep it real. Freckled Fury, Amelia Bazell, ham on the loose. Patrick, Liz Peniston, Danny Bryant, Lindsay, Caitlin Ross, Megan Matthey, Denise Perkins, Monica, Lori Johnson, Sarah McElvain, Brittany Hulbert, Amy Gustafson, Rachel Townsend, Meredith Kersey, Amber, Liz, Kelly Mazzella, Chantel Salters, Mary the Falling Statue, Karen J. Young, Adele Beagle, Philip Nako, Tara Lucchino, Viv Pickles, what up, Viv?
Hey.
Mary the Grapefruit, Jean Kiesler, Kirsty, Jenna Polkowski. Oh my God, there's a page 3.
Oh my God.
You guys are so
Is this Patreon
generous.
or Pagetreon? Am I
Just
right?
saying. Scotty Caldwell, Ann Gibson, Kristen Flannery, Kate G, Jennifer Grebb, Keenan Caldwell, Dee Crawford, Heather Janoff, Kiki, nope,
The what?
saving it. Sorry, guys, I did that wrong. You know what? Leave this in because it's hilarious and just shows what a dirtbag I am. Let me back up.
Wow.
Heather Janoff, Trish McCrary, Kara Marlowe, Julie DeToit, Jen Lynn, Kelly Bodden, Queen Elizabeth the Young, Jennifer Moniz, and Kiki the Wise. I mean, seriously.
Wow.
Thank you all so much for supporting us, being able to set up these microphones on my dining room table and just talk shit. It's fun, and I'm glad that you enjoy it. Thank you so much for your
thank
support.
you.
All right, bye.
Bye.